Where'd I go?
Swinging a foul straight back.
Oh no, it's my car.
The 0-2. Waves it together for the strikeout.
Really good, hard bites that breaking ball for the strikeout right there. I mean, he was able to bury it down below the zone, and that's throwing the pitch with conviction.
I'm on the my car.
Miss in the zone, and that's where you get hurt. Excellent execution with 2 strikes.
I gotta
Big
get.
weapon for him
Hey,
to start.
what the
Ellie
fuck?
De La Cruz, the next to hit for the Reds.
Oh, he
Switch
did.
hitter
Let's
batting
go,
right.
baby. Ellie.
And a foul ball.
So here's a fun note on Ellie. He became the youngest player in high A ball to homer from both sides of the plate in the same game, and it gets better. He did it again 2 games later. Those are the type of games that tend to get you promoted in the minors.
Swings and misses.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's 0-2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly
Man.
elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy
Oh,
out there on the
it's my
mound.
time.
We'll see if he continues to climb the ladder.
Oh, I'm running my time. Man.
One down, base is empty. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, you got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Now here is Cal Ripken Jr. There's a line drive to left field. Nice grab on the run. And that'll do it. Reds down in order. Now the Marlins will see what Joe. And we're back. And on the mound now, Hunter Green. Not the best results a year ago. Looking for better this season, Chris.
Yeah, really struggled last year, and it was one of those seasons that you just want to flush. But I think you have to remember and take the opportunity when you do struggle to really look yourself in the mirror, identify what went wrong, and make improvements. And I have no doubt that that's what this guy did in the offseason to prepare himself to come back and to be one of the best bounce-back players.
And time now for the Marlins lineup. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustments. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Batting third, the first baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Frank Thomas, the next up for the Marlins. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That one hit to, and the inning is over. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the power speed combo. Sammy Sosa. Ruth back to work. Right through there for a strike. Ruth, a former all-star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a 2-seamer, and he works in a changeup. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, cut out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Matt McClain. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. Sosa on at first, nobody out. Fought off foul.
What do you mean, like you said?
And now the lefty swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there. It wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Now here is Tyler Stevenson. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Second inning here, no score. Right down to shoot. 0-2.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound.
0-2 now. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A gigantic blast. Just like that, they move in front. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Now batting Jamer Candelario.
Right. Yeah.
Starts right over here.
Not here.
Yeah.
Mine starts over there on Zach's wall. But then it's kind of, remember his closet doors at? This was the original house was. All this was the ditch.
That's in the ditch.
So they took away from these 2 rooms to make this hallway. And then they
Gotcha.
gave a little bit of space on the back this way. You know, for closet. Because I think this was originally where the closet was for these 2 rooms.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's my buddy. That's Zach.
Hey, Zach.
I.
That's
We knocked
his
this
one.
one
He's a Packer.
We knocked this out last year on his birthday back in March.
Mhm.
Maybe they knocked it out when my wife took him up to a Cubs game to distract him. And me and Bo, his brother, and the girls came over. We painted
Knocked
that.
it out, so when he came back.
It was a Green Bay room. He's got a big old fat head on the wall.
He's a Packer fan?
Yeah.
He's a Fudge Packer.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
A lot wrong with it.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Yeah. I'll be on in a little bit.
Foul ball.
Oui.
One down, base is empty. And there's a foul ball. The pitch. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. One out, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for strike 3.
Well, he used the slow curve very effectively right there. He just spun it up to the plate and had his guy way out front. Not only a good pitch, but a really good job of setting it up.
Now, Michael A. Taylor. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Wastes no time there. First pitch fastball, a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Shut the fuck up, man. It's only Wednesday, baby.
Man at second here with 2 away. Up to the plate, it's Brandon Belt. In there for strike 1. 2 runs across in the inning here in the second game of the series. That one fouled off. The pitch. Good eye right there.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike if he swings or not.
And down on strikes. They limit the damage here. Cincinnati plates a pair on this homer. And it's 2-zip.
Then the word's out. Your time is up, it's your third out. Plus we got hitters on deck, bet you word now. We gon' pull up, hood up, what now? Jump out. About to get on your bumper. Shorty that's with me gon' shoot like a jumper. Rounds get the rain and go boom like a thunder. One got your name on it, calling your number, so stand out.
Bottom of the second. And now Jake Berger.
The third baseman.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Into center and a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
These hitters today are so great at handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Base knock right field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Ryan De La Cruz will hit next. Swung on, belted. Back there. And gone. He powers that one out of here. His second home run of the series. It's 3-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips, it was trouble. Right on the platter, right down the heart of the plate. I'm sorry, but big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
And at the plate for Miami, Jesus Sanchez. Drive, base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Batting it. The catcher.
Christian Bethencourt, the next up for the Marlins. On the ground, 2 ball. Slings to second, on a belt. That's 2.
I think there's always something pretty about watching a 5-4-3 double play get through. I mean, just seeing the ball whipped around the diamond with quickness and accuracy, that was nice.
Abisail Garcia up to the plate. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. The throw into second, throws off target as he slides in with a double.
Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair, and even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there is perfect.
Back to the top of the Miami order, Luis Ariz stands in. 0 for 1 so far. Base knock center field. Garcia rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw is over line. He's safe. And they lead by 2.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Runner at first with 2 away. Nick Gordon now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Marlins 4 and the Reds 2. Back here in Miami, on to the third inning. Now here's the Reds leadoff man, TJ Friedl. And a pitch. There's a strike.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
The line to kick the pitch. Trying to bunt his way on. Grabs it barehanded, and they get the out. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
Next is the designated hit.
Babe Ruth.
Hitter Ellie De La Cruz. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Babe Ruth pitching.
And a rope into center field, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Babe Ruth is pitching.
The batter, the
So
shortstop.
digging in, Cal Ripken Jr. He's 0 for 1. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Popped up. The rise. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Oh, that's a frustrating into the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
And that one is lifted in the air. Garcia hauls it in to end the inning. So 1 left for Cincinnati. They trail it here 4-2. Back here at Lone Depot Park, set for the bottom of the third. Stepping in the long ball threat, Frank Thomas.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary.
That one ripped. Bangs off the wall.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
Now it's going to be Jake Berger. That one down the line into the outfield, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
That's back-to-back singles for him. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield. It's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
Here's the center fielder, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Singled and scored his first time. And that's a base hit. And they're happy to play station to station right here. Bases loaded, nobody out.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Now the bases loaded, big opportunity for them to break this game open.
And next is the designated hitter, Ryan De La Cruz. Golden opportunity right here. That one is absolutely belted. Toward the extra bases. One runs in. Now a second crosses the plate. Jazz on his horse coming around third. He safe, and they clear the bases, and the lead is up to 5. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Hunter Green is done, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Now on the bump, Nick Martinez. And he has some nasty breaking stuff. Runner in scoring position, no outs. And up next for Miami, Jesus Sanchez. And a foul ball.
Doing a good job at the plate with runners on base, and that can be a key difference maker in the game. They are perfect with runners in scoring position so far. Not a single out made in those spots, so these guys are feeling it.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. And makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with one away.
Now batting, catcher.
Now it's the Marlins catcher, Christian Bethencourt. He hit into a double play his first time up. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. In comes the run from third to add on. It's 8-2. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Comes through with the RBI. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings will really boost your confidence.
So man aboard. And now for the Marlins, Avisail Garcia. And first offering is fouled off. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul. That's hard hit in the line. Garcia gone on the play. 2 down.
With how good these offenses are, there's a
The
lot.
second baseman, Louis.
With 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid of it quickly, and throwing on the money. That is great technique from start to finish. Nice job to end the inning.
And we're back as we go to the top of the 4th. And here is Matt McClain. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Here comes a pitch. Foul ball there. In the air to left center. Sanchez pulls it in on the run.
Up next for Cincinnati, the catcher, Tyler.
And the batter now, Tyler Stevenson. He's already homered here in this one.
About this.
In the air out towards right center. Out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Jamer Candelario, went down on strikes his first time through. Right through there for a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
Alright.
And that one is lifted in the air. Brings it in, and that is that.
Trust me when I tell you, no exceptions to the rule. Bringing blessings when I move. Special,
Nick Gordon digs in now.
The shortstop.
Season, I was undrafted. Second year, took a leave of absence. By year 3, I was back at it. Went from practice squad to the team captain. Your high score, my season average. All-star, don't need a ballot. For all the labels in the past.
The wind of the pitch. Ripped on a line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One away.
Now back, first baseman.
And here's the first baseman, Frank Thomas. Thomas goes 6 feet 5 inches, 27 years old, and he's a former home run derby champ. And that one fouled off. The wind of the pitch. And that's ripped to the left, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
All over that one right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And first offering is fouled off. The Fish up big in this one. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Friedel makes the grab for the second out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And at first, Jazz Chisholm Jr., the next to hit. Lined, and that's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
Brian De La Cruz, the next up for the Marlins. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. A massive home run. His second home run of the game. It's 11-2. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. Well, he went up there 0-0.
I had a grand.
Damage. I think
He hit a grand slam and 2 home runs.
He went and got it. And
He hit a grand slam and 2 home runs. He hit a grand slam. Last game when he hit 4 home runs. Yes.
And at the plate for Miami, Jesus Sanchez. Rips one to right, and it goes just foul. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And that keeps the inning going.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
And that liner is just barely fair for a hit. Sanchez around second, headed for third. Coming home. Relay throw home, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
New inning getting started, and now the center fielder, Michael A. Taylor. Right through there for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you can have a really good day out there on the mound.
And he deals. That one pushed foul. The lefty fires. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The pitch.
Oh. 1 ball.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
Foul ball still, 1-2 count. And they'll do it again. The 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Got him swinging.
Just couldn't catch up on the low 90s fastball right there, and that's a result of a good job of changing speeds. Off-speed pitch on the one before, then sped him up. Pitchers that don't throw real hard have to rely on location and mix it up to speeds. That wasn't the best location with the fastball, but clearly that wasn't the pitch he was looking for at the plate either.
Bell now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Got him looking. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. You got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Back to the top of the lineup, T.J. Friedl, the next to hit for the Reds. One. 2 down. Nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. In the air, left field. Sanchez gets under it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Reds, Lucas Sims.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Digging in, Avisail Garcia. And a pitch. In the air, out towards left center. Garcia gone on the play. And there's one down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
The batter, number 5, second baseman.
Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Luis Arias. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Line drive. And it gets down for a base hit.
I feel like I've seen more balls, and this is speaking as a former outfielder, former center fielder, but more balls in this game just out of the reach. Sometimes the angle's not great. Other times, just got to give credit because the hitters hit the ball really hard. It jumped off the bat. But one thing we do know is warmer temperatures are very, very favorable for the hitters.
And that gets down for a base hit.
Right there does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
So first and second with one man gone. And up next for Miami, Frank Thomas. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. That was blasted to the moon. His first homer of the year, and they add on. It's 14-2. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. How was that fastball?
Pitcher for the Reds, Emilio Pagan. He's making his second appearance of the season. So one out, nobody on. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jake Berger. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. On the ground to third. Candelario on the first. That's it out.
The center fielder, number 2.
Two outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Bounced up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. And he beats it. He's safe.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs. But sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
And now Brian De La Cruz. That one the other way. Sosa puts it away. And that is the third out of the inning. But the Marlins get 3 on the homer. 5 innings complete. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
To explore. I don't play that anymore.
And welcome back to the ballpark. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now the number 2 hitter, Ellie De La Cruz. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands.
Well, these Reds, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
And you can't go.
Base hit center field. And the leadoff man aboard. Wide throw, and it gets away.
Everything came together for him. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Chisholm pulls it down.
The right fielder, number 21, Sammy Sosa.
And here is Sosa to the plate. And that drops in for a strike.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
There's a swing and a drive. That one is back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
The batter, second baseman,
That's a really nice job right there. Great awareness, making the catch up against the wall. You see the perfect technique, feeling for the wall with the bare hand while keeping his eyes on the baseball as it's coming down, his glove in a good position to make the catch. That's exactly how you do it.
McLean in the box now. No balls and a strike. And a foul ball. De La Cruz off of first with 2 away. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. So 1 hit is all they get. 7, 8, 9, 2 up in the home half of the inning. The Marlins lead this one 14-2. Back here in Miami, bottom of the 6th inning. And now for the Marlins, Jesus Sanchez. The pitch. Out to center. Taylor sizing this one up. And there's one down.
He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Christian Bethencourt, the next up for the Marlins. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Now a screamer into the outfield. Friedel hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 away. And at the plate for Miami, Avisail Garcia. Line to left. Friedel makes the catch, and that'll do it. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's the Reds catcher, Tyler Stevenson. And the pitch. Ground ball left side. That's the first out at the top of the 7th.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
And the batter now, Jeimer Candelario. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Babe Ruth will depart, and we'll be back with their first arm out of the pen after a quick break.
That can make a love too. Holy shit.
New pitcher for the Marlins, A.J. Puck.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
In there at the knees, 0-1. Puck, a tall lefty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slurve, a sinker, and he works in a changeup. One down, base is empty, and it's fouled away. The pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. Kicks and deals. Gets a piece and it stays 0-2. here it comes. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The pitch. That's hard hit on the line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
The center fielder, number 12, Michael A.
2 outs, base is empty. Next for Cincinnati, Michael A. Taylor. And there's the strike.
0-1.
2 outs, base is empty. Almost got him. Two down, nobody on. Bounced, and that got the pitcher. And no chance for him to make the play. Let's just hope he's all right. Definitely some concern here. That ball came back and got him right on the pitching arm. As you can see him trying to shake it off.
And if nothing else, you worry about him getting some dead arm and losing some feeling. But from what I can tell, I think they're going to let him continue. And that's a really good sign.
2 outs, runner at first. And now here is Brandon Bell. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And there's a fly ball deep right field. It has the distance, gone. His first homer of the year, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 14-4.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Stepping in, T.J. Friedel. In the air, right field. He's got it. And that is out number 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. 7th inning stretch time. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Now it's the second. Baseman Luis Arias. And the right-hander back to work. Ripped on a line to center. Taylor. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
The batter, number 1,
Nick Gordon getting ready to hit.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined. Got the barrel to the ball and put it in play.
1 down. Frank Thomas, the next up for the Marlins. Out towards left center. Under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Up next for the Marlins, the third baseman.
So a man aboard, Jake Berger will hit next.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
Ripped to right, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
So up next, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 4 for 4 with 4 singles. Rips that one center field. Taylor pulls it down and he makes the catch. That is the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Andrew Nardi.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Now it's the Reds DH, Ellie De La Cruz. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. And first offering is fouled off. And the pitch. Strike. Two. And down the lefty. Right through there. Got him. Now one away.
Gosh, here it is. Hit it. 3-pitch strikeout. All fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
And now the shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Chisholm has this one sized up. 2 up, 2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, Sammy Sosa. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. And there's a foul ball. The pitch. Foul ball, still 0-2. The Marlins up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one ripped. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Fernando Cruz.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And now the DH, Brian De La Cruz. The pitch. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Friedel under it. And there's one down.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
So digging in, Jesus Sanchez.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
And now, Christian Bethencourt. Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Man at first, and up next for Miami, Avisail Garcia. And Garcia gets a piece. Sanchez off of first with 2 away. Hit hard, base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Who would I go, you Fox?
So the lineup flips over. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Luis Arias. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. 1 run is in. Around third, the relay throw. In there safely. And they extend their lead.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Nick Gordon, the next up for the Marlins. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. Sosa brings it in. And that's the 3rd out. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 9th inning coming up. Miami's out in front, 16-4.
Driving around town, you see the windows are tinted.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Tanner Scott.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better runs in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
In now for the Reds, Matt McClain. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And a pitch. Scott, an all-star a season ago. He features a slider, a 4-seamer, and he works in a sinker. Scott, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Bounce to the left side. Throw over to Thomas. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
And here's the catcher, Tyler Stevenson. He's already homered in this game.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control and command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
That one's in there, 0-1. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
So it's their last chance in this one. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Jeimer Candelario.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
The Reds down to their final strike. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. 2 out. Here comes a pitch. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Sing.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Marlins take this one in a blowout.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.
Well, this one ends in a blowout for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shelby saying so long.
hit us. Try to think fast, but never could outwit us. The only thing that they could ever do is outfit us. When clothes fit strange, I'm playing Rick James. You see it? Come on, we make them wanna say it again. Yeah, we make them wanna say it again. Beats from Mr. Doubted. Fresh jeans, fresh clothes, and outfit. Let me hear it. We make them wanna say it again. We make them wanna say it again.
But I keep pushing my pen and rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow. All the fake fans gon' pile up. I need peace to borrow, get that right back tomorrow. Somehow all the fans go bravo. Smile so much to hide my sorrows. Faith is shaky in vibrato. I can't hold a frown too long. I can't stay down too long. Look, running from pain, running from strain, running from things, running from schemes. I can't hold a frown too long. I can't stay down too long. Look, running from pain, running from strain, running from things, running from schemes. Couple things I know, couple things I show, couple things I don't.